Welcome to Mental Block Z. I'm really in a hurry, 𝙈𝙤𝙖𝙡. I'm actually recording this episode the day of recording the previous episode, or at least this part of the episode. We're doing the tower, and we're coming up with a bunch of ideas here. Originally I was going to do the floor, but then I realized that the floor doesn't work as a thing to do, because the floor would go all the way out to the edges of the tower, including the outer wall. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the outer wall first. And so we're going to need to change this over from cylinder, hollow cylinder. We'll need to change chiseled stone to whatever we're going to use. Now, what are we going to use? Well, let's look at our little options here. That's what we're using for the floor. Wall would be just some other kind of stone. Something like panel. Panel seems alright. However, I'd like to test out other options. Big tile is no good for something that isn't going to tessellate. I mean, that we're not going to be able to tessellate. So it looks like panel is our best bet. We could do that, I suppose, but we want something that stands out. Sunken stands out. What's great about sunken is it's bright square and dark square all next to each other like that, so it really stands out in that sense. But I think we want something that looks a little bit more dangerous. Something like cracked. No, I don't know what we're going to do. You know, this might be our best option because it's just the walls. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do two wall types, and so we want a beaming bright type, and so we could do this, which sunken is a little bit darker than the other one. This is probably our brightest one, is the panel. So let's just do the panel and see how good it looks. Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is we gotta get the we have any panels? No. I also don't know how many of these we're going to need, so we're going to have to look at this. No, wait. That's not how this works. There. Panel. Why is that over there? I removed a few of them, but... Okay, so we want to do cylinder. Chiseled stone of panel. Okay, so now... Well, now we have a problem because we got to do this right. So what we're going to do... Got this 8 high. I believe that we need this. Okay, at last we get to start. Out it goes. Do I have enough is the real question. Ooh, why does it look like that? Well, maybe it'll look better. Whoa. Uh-oh. Alright, so it should go to right there. Oh, no! This is why I don't like doing this. What's the problem? Well... I have to shift click when I'm on that area, and I have to let go of the shift click, which is... I am totally against letting go of the shift click because, hey, I could fall off, right? So I'm still not used to that. Oh, this is really awesome, though. Alright, so we'll try to do this without falling off. There it is. So we had enough, and... we used just a little over half of it, which of course is awesome. And this doesn't look too bad, actually. It does get a little annoying along the diagonals. I was thinking about that. I was thinking maybe we could create some slices and make the slices work. And you know what? No. Just no. I just don't have time for that kind of thing. Okay, so now we gotta... Yeah, so we gotta have door here. Wait a minute. That's a problem. We can't have a door in every one of these. We cannot have a door on every one of these, because if we do, then we have a serious problem. But now I've messed this up. Okay, so I'm going to have to... That's a kind of door, right? Okay, now we need to switch the other one. Not hollow. And we also need to check to see how many we have in here. 32. Okay, that's enough for this time. Now we only need to do... It's not going to do the same locations as there, so it'll go underneath it, which is exactly right. Here we go. And while we're here, let's do some of these. It's not that big of a deal. We have to finish this product. And as you can see, it's perfect for this. But we have to keep doing that every time we want to close it, which is you open it, you walk through it, and you close it behind you, and that's all you could really do. So what we're going to do next is we're going to work on the stairs. Now, I made this just big enough to work on the stairs, but we're going to try and figure out what we would want for stair types. And of course, I'm looking at the chiseled stone brick 2 tiles. And why not? Because those are solid stairs. The reason why we want to do stairs like this, we don't want to have to take a stair and then just convert it using a wrench or whatever it is that we use to convert these things. I've forgotten what it was. And so we'd rather just use a non-standard tile for the stairs. In fact, I'd like to do cobble. This would also be nice, but there's a problem with this. Is it would face different ways. It'd be lovely to have stairs that look like this, but they would, you know, you turn sideways, and that's no good. Small tiles. Small tiles looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, we'll do small tiles then. Okay, I don't have small tiles set up, so we'll just set it up now. Well, obviously just 32 for the moment. Now, make it 64, because we're dealing with a larger amount of... There you go. Actually, yeah, we gotta set this to box, not stairs, but box, and we gotta set this to that. Hollow would be really helpful, and thus it is. But now it's time to sleep. How to remember where to start. We put a center tile, which was dirt. So we got 1. We got 3 for the center. Then we got 4 for the stairs. And then we got 3 for the landing. And oh, wait a minute. That is the landing. Well, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3 is the landing. So this 1, 2, 3 is where we can put the next level. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. But there's a problem. See, there's that. But how do we get it to go down a little further so we can do that? So the answer is we're gonna have to do these as well. Okay, so first we do. That's why I have these be hollow. There we go. And then we got to do the second half of these. Whoa, wait a minute. How did it get up there? Let's try that again. Why is it doing it like that? Oh, it's because it's hollow. Well, yes, I suppose that would make a lot of sense. There we go. Yeah, it's not the best, but the idea is that we have one that can actually go up and so on and so forth, and now we could just keep going up to higher layers. Possibly. Not so sure about these. I'm gonna have to replace these if they don't work right. The idea is that we have 4 going... Oh, I just realized this is wrong. How do I know it's wrong? How do I know it's wrong? Well, because that's the halfway point up, where we want the one that starts in the middle and goes up and then goes to the halfway point. And okay, so what we'll do is one, two, no, wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then 1, 2. Wait a minute. I got confused. All right, 3 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 3. And that's where it should go up. 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, correct. Okay, good. Yay. But we don't need both of those. But yeah. In fact, we don't even need to remove the ones below that, because we could just do this, which makes perfect sense. Okay. Okay, next comes the big problem of it's going to come outside there. And so we're going to have to leave, and we're going to have to look at it. But meanwhile... you can see some of it goes outside, but that's necessary. But before we go out and try to fix that, we're going to have to do the slices here. See if we can do an accurate rendition of the slices. So what are we going to do with that? We'll have to work out something. That's all I can really say. A slice. Too bad we can't do... Oh! Look at that! It's perfect! It's perfect right from the beginning. How about that? It's easier to do this, by the way, from here, because if you've got 4, it's perfect. If you do 8, you can't reach it, and well, there we go. And now we got to fix this, and oh no, because now we can't fix that. So I guess we got to do it manually for each one separately. Well, you know, that's doable. Except it isn't. Okay, you know what we're going to have to do for that one? We're going to have to, Gonna have to do that. We're going to have to come back and fix that later on. But we could do it like that. Yeah, that was too bad. It was a nice idea, but it failed. Fail, fail, fail. I was thinking we could make that go out a little further, but there's really no point. Yeah, so now we got to do the rest of those. We'll do those. In fact, we can do that right now, actually. Switch back to... Well, where are they? Oh, it's here. I couldn't tell. Doesn't need to be hollow when it's just taking up on the space there. And it's turned yellow, and I think that this kind of mistake comes from trying to make something fit over it. You can see there's a little hole there. Doesn't matter, and I haven't yet gotten this set up so I can sleep inside or outside. We haven't set that up yet, so... There, we can see it now. Oop. That is literally how it's done. And now we have something that looks just right. Oh, took damage anyway. Okay, so what are we going to do for the next bit? Well, the next bit's going to be exactly the same as the previous bit, but now we're going this way, in this direction. Oh, we have this other problem of this is too high up. So what we'll do... Ta-da! And you know the drill. Switch back to the other one. This one. Make them hollow because you gotta make them hollow. Because if you don't make them hollow, you are in serious trouble. And so what to do about that last one at the top? Well, actually, there's two of them at the top now that I think of it. And how to do it without having to pillar up here when you don't want to break those stone things without having to recreate them. Well, there's a trick, and it's always a pretty good trick. And of course you should always make sure to fall down, because that's always a situation you need to do. I went too far up. I'm too high up. I gotta do the next level down. Shouldn't take too long. Let's just try to figure these things out. No, that's not going to work. Alright, that's no good either. Gotta go one layer below that then. Hey, at least it's high enough, right? 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 Not like that it isn't. There we go. Come on, ain't got all day. We've also got to do the surface like that. Alright, this should work. You gotta see what you're doing. There we go. Is that it? That is it. Is it perfect? Now, here's the problem with the situation. We'll do railings later, but what we have right now is we have a surface. We got to put that there, even though. Oh, that's the other thing. We got to do this, even though we're not going to put the stuff on top of it right now. Oh, and you can't put it there either. That's a bad sign. There we go. Normally we would put a floor on top of this, but this down there is the floor. And so the floor is the floor. I would love to have something there, but I guess I could just leap over that. It's not a big deal. Okay, so now we're going to work out how we're going to do this. You get out of my way. This is regular, but now we need to figure out where we're going to put this. So what we have, 2, 3, that's fine. Do you suppose we'll need 3 or 4? Well, I rather think we'll need to go 5 at least. We could even go 6, I suppose. It would make more sense if we could do the whole thing, but eh. Well, let's test this out. There's a lot of particles. We're just breaking some tiny tiles here. I know you're going to say little tiles. I'm like, no, tiny tiles. We can also put this here because it's probably not going to count as part of the entire thing. And there we have it. Now we just got to work on... Ew, that's ugly. Can't do anything about that. Stairs might be hollow, but they voik. And now to work on what we're going to do for the railing. Now the railing I want to be dark. I want to have a dark railing. Oh, also, you know, the center... I'm not so sure I want the center to be like the same thing. I was thinking maybe we can have some kind of... other thing here. I don't know. Maybe make the center out of something else, like a solid kind of thing. You know, look at our little tiles over here. Or big tiles. I definitely want the center to be something really cool looking. No. That's a little too weird. No, we're using this over here, aren't we? So this would be better. This would be really cool, actually. Okay, so chiseled stone ornate. Oh dear, what happened? Well, why aren't they in there? That's strange that they don't go in the bag. Why don't they go in the bag? Alright, so I said ornate. We don't have ornate handy. No. No, no, it does not look right. There's a serious problem. Actually, it looks better for the floor. The regular floor, but I want the big tile... I want the thing to be like that. But that is definitely wrong. So we've got the wrong idea. We'll have to chisel something else out of it. Well, much though I don't want to do poison. It's the darkest of them. Oh, maybe what about Celtic where we just have the individual? Because the individuals would be good. We used to have darker ones, and you didn't need cobble to do it either. That's why this is so annoying. Okay. So the Celtic ones, then. Let's try it now. Wait, there's CTM now? They must have fixed it. Actually, I like this. I like it a lot. Yes, sir. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now the yellow is starting to creep into other ones. Oh, that's just great. Okay, so this is good. Now what I'd like to do next, and we'll probably cap off the episode before getting this thing ready. What I'd like to do next is I'd like to have some kind of thing that we can put in the middle, like maybe like a glass or something, and I'd like to have some kind of setup. It's hard to explain. Like these are the doors, so maybe we can have the bits surrounding it can be like a different texture. So we'll look into that for a minute. Now I don't want this to be a perfect setup, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the idea is that beneath it we're also going to do... Oh. Well, that's a mistake. Hold on. Hold on. Then we'll have to do that. What the hell? Oh, you know what the problem is? It's going a bit fast. There we go. Okay. But I like the idea that we don't have to make it part of the cylinder. That we could just do it like a box. So we have it as a box. And the idea is that we could, from there, but you see that's not going to work. Okay, here we go. We're going to do it like this, up to there like that. There we go. But somebody's going to say, but you're doing the wrong side. It should be over there, right? Well, yes. Yes, it should. However, and I know this is going to be a bit silly, we might be able to put a window here. So we're going to work on that. But I think what we'll have is we'll just have a window going in. We need to have like the ultimate in this kind of window thing. So let's do this again. Oh boy. This has been crazy. Okay, so once again we got to do this. And this will be where the door exit is, if we have a door exit. But then we want to do the other 4 sides. I mean the other 3 sides. Make it a 5-sided figure. We want to do 4 sides instead of 3 sides. Yeah. That's the problem, is if we just use that as a window, that's no good. We want the window to go much greater amount around. So what we're going to do is we're going to do all these in the other style, and then we can have like a window above it. You could look out from there. And now there's a way to do this wherein you could do the cylinders all over again, but we don't want to do it like that. What we want to do is we want to just have the we just want to tear out these. That's pretty good. You could go right up to the edge and look out, so that's not so bad. Having a window going all the way around might not be a bad idea, and then we wouldn't have to mess with this. So what we'll just do is... and somehow it misses that. This is a very fascinating and strange thing. Alright, well, we'll get back to this in a minute. Okay, we're burning some of the sand because we're going to make some glass, because we're going to use the glass in this build. Now I wanted to show, I'm deciding we're going to have this on all 4 sides, because you never know when we're going to want to have an exit on a different direction than the direction that it's currently facing. We want to have 4 separate exits, even though there's not going to be, it's just going to be these little dots up there. But what I like about this, besides the fact, what I like about this is 3 pixels thick. Now the reason why that's important is because what we could do is we could hollow out these 2 and remove that, and we can put a door in that'll just slide really quickly to the side, probably the left side, but I don't know yet. Bzz, or bzz, I don't know which way would be better. Bzz, bzz. Anyway, but we got to work out the details of this. I've decided that the bottom is not going to be these. It's just going to be those as before. One really never knows what is best for this sort of thing. We're done with that. So we're almost done with the layer. We just gotta make the glass work. And then we have to work out how we're gonna do the doors. But we gotta make the template for this thing. And that's the real issue. I'm thinking that 3x3 is a bit small. It also might be a better idea to do some other color tiles. And so I'm going to research that a little bit. It's been very bland this season. Me just building a lot of gray things. This structure is meant to be really exciting, and it isn't. But I like the idea of us just having lots of different floors every eight levels, and we just make a template for it. I don't even know if we can, but we're going to try. This is all brand new to me. Okay, gonna do first try. Switch to glass. Switch to cylinder. Hollow. Hello there. Okay. That's interesting how it does that. From this side it looks like individual panes. And then you turn and it becomes individual panes this way. So when you look at it from the angle, it... Oh, this is weird. It's not the best result because I wanted it to be more clear glass. And so let's look and see... Oh, we used them all up. We've got 21 left. Well, you know, they're already in there. Might as well leave them in there. Alright, let's see what we got. Not so sure I'd want to use those. Yeah, you know what? We're going to be using the chisel a lot for a lot of stones and stuff, so probably not want to use it, only down to a durability of 19 and I have to start the next one. Probably not then. Probably not. But we have something that now can be turned, or will be in a second. Don't need that anymore. Not so sure that's the best option either, but eh. Yeah, we gotta still do the railing, so we gotta find the block for the railing next. Yeah, I'm starting to think this is pretty good. You know, you got this going straight into the wall like that. That's fine. We don't even have to put anything there. Maybe we could put a, maybe we could put something like the glass here, so you could look out the window right there when you're halfway up. That's a nice idea, but we don't want to have little ridiculous holes in the side. No, you be on the floor while it's doing this, because the floor is the important thing. I like the idea of redstone because we need the redstone. How much have we used? We've used about 5-6%. Okay, so. Wait, that's not going to work. Because it's there, and that's there, and that's not going to work. Alright. That'll do it. Problem is, I think that's a different height. And it's on that side instead of on that side. So maybe we should have moved that down there. It's possible. Alright. Ah! Boy, this really is knee-jerk, isn't it? Okay, so then we gotta... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, wait a minute, though. Wait a minute, though. That goes all the way down there. What? Wait, wait, what did I just do? I just undid something. There we go. No, but that does go down there, so that's okay. But maybe it should go down a little bit more. Wait, something's wrong here. There's a gap! There's a gap there, too. What the heck? How come there's a gap on that, but not on... Oh, no. We've got serious problems. It's not that big of a deal, though. You can hardly see it. We got 3 of those. We got 3 of those situations. Well, there's ways around that. Get back to this later. Okay, we're at the crux. The important moment of the whole thing. We've got that set up. Goes straight into there. Doesn't matter too much because, you know. But if you wanted to look in that direction, you get an unobstructed view by looking in that direction. Yellow is starting to spread. Probably not important. I decided, what the hell, we'll put windows in here. It's going to look ugly on the outside, but who cares? I've been looking around here and I'm thinking it would be really nice if we had somewhere or some way that we could put up a lapis line of some kind, but I can't think of one. And that's really too bad. Now this stops short of the ceiling because this is where the hole in the levels above that is going to be. And as long as we keep having the edge of that hole, then this can't go up any higher than that. So I stopped it at right there. Whereas previously it went out to here. So we are now ready to do this. Oh, wait a minute though. Yeah, I see that's going to be a problem. We'll have to just leave it like that and hope it doesn't take. But we now have it ready, and now all we got to do, assuming we can do this, is from there to there. There's one problem. If we start by clicking on that, well, technically If we click on that, it'll start on that block, which is a mistake. So what we got to do is we got to place out additional blocks. Oh, look at this. We got an extra one of these. So it's this block all the way down to that. So that's where we're going to start. Right, here we go. Right, so let's see what we have here. Little recipe contains 4,977 tiles. Right. Now, what do we need? How much is this? How much is needed? Some of these are larger amounts than I was expecting. But at least now we know how much we need. We're going to try to make more of it. And here's hoping. We'll show the results next episode if we get anywhere with the next episode. I got a lot of digging out to do. This is 𝙈𝙚𝙣𝙩𝙖𝙡 signing off. And he's hiding his face with bread.